think in Asia, especially in Asia Pacific, we had this strong affinity and respect for the elders. We take good care of our grandparents, because
Yes,
we
very
feel
much, very
we
much.
owe it to them. Isn't it?
I've noticed this as that last synod, and also I mentioned it when I was speaking about Asia.
Yes.
That in Asia the family is very important.
Yes.
We respect elders.
Yes.
Then the family bonding is important.
Yes.
We stay together. Now grandparents are not sent away.
Yeah.
Children are not sent away. I really hope that this stays on. I'm a little worried, Elvira, because of the influence sometimes of outside globalization, and the people begin to think that it's better to be separate. No, it's not true. You need the nest, like a bird needs a nest. The people need a family to be able to grow, to heal the wounds, to be able to grow emotionally. So if you have love in the family, I think then you grow even spiritually. I've seen that now in the seminary when I admit seminarians to who are priests. If there is a family they come from a family which got problems, I know that they've got to get special attention. Because if you come from a good family, you're emotionally stable, you'll be able to give good leadership.
And you can see the aura,
absolutely.
the joy is there.
Absolutely. You can see the happiness in the face.
Yes, because, for those who come from a broken family, the wound, the bitterness, they carry it. And then when they become priests, it will just comes out.
Very
That's why
true.
the problem, will never be solved, but rather it will continue to worsen. Maybe that's the reason why we have a lot of problem priests. So we need quality, but not quantity.
Very true. I've told my staff that. The exact words which you used when I met the staff of the seminary, and I said, okay, let's focus. I said, we need quality. Quantity. If there's a choice between quality and quantity, we must choose quality. We owe it to the church, also owe it to the people who will serve, that we've got priests who are good and who will be able to really work wholeheartedly and without any difficulty.
Yeah. And it can inspire,
Certainly,
people,
certainly.
and then ask their children to join, because there is somebody that they can look forward to.
Absolutely. Because if you're not happy yourself, you can't give happiness to others.
The guidance of the family, of the parents, and the example of the grandparents, how hard they work, I think this is very important.
The Pope Francis has been speaking grandparents. I think last Sunday,
the grandparents.
He had Mass with the grandparents. And I was just listening to Vatican Radio yesterday, and he took Pope Benedict. So both of them together, I think, met the grandparents.
So they called him the grandparents of the Catholic Church, grandfather, And I think that's a very good gesture,
I didn't think of that service. What a beautiful thing. Why didn't anybody think of it before, I felt?
Yes, I'm much worried with the youth right now because they are spoiled and they don't know how to take care of the problem. That's why there's a lot of suicide now in those, highly urbanized area, also in highly industrialized country, because they cannot compete. They felt so alone. Sometimes they don't even know how to address a problem. Unlike in your generation, in my generation, we started from working so hard because that is the value that is being told to us, that you have to work hard in order to go where you want to achieve.
What you say is true, very true. It strikes me that possibly is the reason, and we are unfair to youth when we make things too easy for them. You grow only to difficulty. A sports person only improves himself when he's got challenges. If you take away all the challenges, then they'll get weak, would not be able to achieve anything. No, what you say is true. For the youth has got so much potential, but we must be able to give them the values. And I don't think I agree with you. The family is where everything really starts and reaches success, also ends.
It's like we are strangers now in the dining table. And this is already the picture that is being depicted in the millennium. Is that also what is happening in India?
It is not so much, but it is becoming to us also. India, everybody has a cell phone, and the social media is becoming so very important, and therefore SMSs and this Facebook, and people communicate through that rather than personal. Now, the technology is good because it speeds up communication, it makes it accurate and makes it fast, but the defect is it's impersonal. As a result, you lose the personal touch. Now, I have been reflecting, how can we have the advantage of technology and all the benefits of technology without losing the personal touch? But again, I hope it's only a transitory phase. Everybody will realize this cannot carry on for very long. You've got to, if you lose the personal touch, we are not machines. We need the communication. I was surprised. I heard the other day when a group of school children went for a picnic, and the teacher told me they were all quiet. And I believe they were all texting, and they were texting to each other in the bus rather than speaking.
Yes.
So that.
But I think the parents should play a very important role. You know, there should be a discipline where, okay, you can use it, but only certain moment and only this program, you know, something like that.
Youth don't like to be told. That's one of the things. They don't like to be told. Somehow we must be able to make them understand that this is for their good and for their good. Eventually, if this carries on, society will be fragmented and they will be unhappy. Everybody wants to be happy. We cannot really be happy without personal contact. You cannot be happy. You cannot be fully happy. Imagine if a husband and wife are texting each other instead of talking to each other. So you can imagine how the personal relationship. Also in the church, therefore, the church has got an important role to play on how we train our youth, how we train families, and how we train parents to train the youth. That I think is a very important thing.
I think Your Eminence right now, with the way in our church, right, many people are joining charismatic group, are joining the other sector because they said giving homily are so boring. I think that is also our discussion during the Synod Bishop, where a lot are saying the problem is really with the homily. So some of the youth right now, those people, were telling me, they said, my children now are shifting to this, born again group. So because the youth now said, it's very boring, the homily, so they are looking for something that really will entice them, to be involved, Now what people want is really that they know that they want to get involved, they want to participate. I think the Catholic Church can do something,
Very much, very much. I'm having in my own archdiocese a diocesan Eucharistic Congress. Next year. 50 years ago, we had the Eucharistic Congress in Mumbai, in Bombay that time, 64, Pope Paul VI had come.
Okay.
And to celebrate that, I'm having a diocesan Eucharistic Congress in Bombay. And we of course, are replicating all the sacraments, exactly what happened last time. But what is important, I think, is to show what is the relationship of the Eucharist to life, and the Eucharist to the family, and Eucharist to the youth. And we're still planning stages, and therefore we'll see. But some of the ideas you've given me just now already set me thinking about my own Eucharistic Congress.
Yeah, because they said, Cardinal Tagle mentioned that it's really mission and dialogue. It's very important in Asia because of our human experience, That's why the Eucharistic Congress really is very important for the people to understand. It's really cementing your relationship or renew again your relationship with God, as if we are given second chance to understand Him more in the Eucharist, in the Mass.
Media is a gift from God.
Yes.
Like gifts, you can use them for good and you can use them also selfishly. So I think it's a tremendous advantage to have this speedy and universal communication and not very expensive. Media, that's why media also should be used for evangelization, spreading family values, spreading religious values, ethics.